Hey everybody, it's me, Transparent Tori, and today I want to discuss something, or I want to talk about something that I seen on Facebook today. I actually shared it on my page. You may have seen it. It was about a mother that has taken her child and has stabbed him numerous times in his torso, has mutilated his genital area, and has also drug him out of the house and beat him with a gardening tool in his head. The FedEx guy called the police. They dialed 911. They arrested her and airlifted this little boy to a hospital in the intensive care unit. And when I read that, my heart was so hurt because within the past week, I must say, in New York City, I have heard like 3 stories pertaining to kids that are in their death due to their parent or a stepdad or a family member has beat these kids to death. And this is very serious today because if you look at this, I said, what is going on in this world today? This world has become so dark and cold. And I said, the kids depends on the mothers, which is supposed to be their safety net, and the mothers have turned on their kids and have killed them. I said the police officers, which are supposed to be protecting the city, protecting the people, and they have turned and has gotten worse and started killing black men. Why? Because they feel like it and they can get away with it. I said now marriages are being divided, especially in the church. It has the highest rate of divorce in the church, and we are supposed to be leading by example. I said now sex sells. You have sex everywhere. You have women exploiting their bodies and men because of sex. They're sleeping with each other just to have an orgasm. And now sex and making love is supposed to be between 2 people that love each other. It's a very special moment in a marriage, and they have taken it and have ran havoc with sex because they want an orgasm that'll take them 2 seconds to get, but they exploit their bodies and they lay with each and everybody just to get this sensation. What is going on today? This world has become dark, cruel, and cold, right? And I said this in there, and I said that we need to pray. More than ever, we need to pray. And I'm not just talking about the people that has that has this form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. When we see people that need help, we need to reach out and help them, pray for them, minister to them, talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because this world is horrible. And I look at it every day and I pray for all the young kids that are growing up today because they need to walk in godliness. They need to be leaders for this next generation. And what I see today is them turning against each other in this next generation. They have no respect. They have no discipline. And where does it come from? It comes from the household of where they live. It comes from the surroundings. It comes from their environment. It comes from their nurture, how they're being nurtured and who is nurturing them, right? So this to me has been just like a pressing issue. It has hit home for me. I don't know if any of you know that I am an ordained evangelist. I don't talk about it much because guess what? That does not make me who I am today. Who I am today is who God has called me to be, with or without a title. I have co-pastored a church. Guess what? And that means nothing to me with a co-pastor on my name or an evangelist title on my name because it holds no weight. What holds the weight is who I am and who I live to be and who God created me to be and how I'm living today. How am I being an example for the people of today? I remember there was a time where a lot of you don't know my story, but there was a time where I left the church where I felt like I never left God, but I did stop going to church. I didn't want to go to church. You can ask any one of my family members. You can ask any one of my family members if I'm sorry, y'all, my daughter was talking to me. You can ask any one of my family members how I felt about the situation. My mouth was foul. Yes, it was. And I am not ashamed to say it because I am very transparent in what God has done with me, where I come from, what I went through, and where I am today. So I'm letting you know that I have been through some things and I have turned away from the church. I didn't even want to step in a church. And I used to co-pastor a church and an ordained evangelist. Do you hear what I'm telling you today? I didn't want to step foot in the church. I had my time. I had my moments where God dealt with me. And I told my family, don't rush me. It is my journey. I will be where God wants me to be at his appointed time. And there was a time where God spoke to me and said, I'm just speeding up a little bit. There was a time where God spoke to me and said, daughter, it's time. He said, if you continue on this path, you are leading to a road of destruction. I said, okay. Say no more. At that moment, because he was pulling on me little by little, he was tugging at my spirit, he was tugging at my heart, and I was ignoring it. I was fighting it with tooth and toenail because I did not want that responsibility. I didn't want it. Don't want to do it. I didn't want that weight upon my shoulders. I didn't want that. Not at all. But I'm telling you, God spoke to me and said, daughter, it's time. Meaning, come on, baby, get yourself together. You got some stuff that you need to do. And I couldn't do it with the mindset that I had. Not that I didn't love him, because I used to pray. Not like I pray now, but I used to pray. I used to talk to him. Sometimes I didn't feel like talking. Sometimes I just didn't want to be bothered. Sometimes I just said, Lord, thank you. Sometimes I just was being real. People don't want to be real today, but I'm going to say it and I'm going to state it. I want it to be real, and I am real, and I just didn't feel like it. And then some days I come in the house and God is just like, his presence, his heaviness is just swoop on me. I had no control over his presence when it hit me. I was slain in the spirit. Do you hear what I'm saying? But I'm telling you all this because someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to know the truth. Someone has been in church all their life, have seen people lying, have seen people being fake, have seen people being phony. They act one way in the church. They come out the church and they cutting up and acting another way. They cannot be real about where they are. They like to act like they're in one place and then act like something else outside of the church. You got to be real, baby. If you really want deliverance, if you really want to be whole, you got to be real. You can't be hot. You can't be lukewarm. You can't be hot. No, you can't be lukewarm. You got to be hot or cold. And you have to be honest about where you are and real about where you are. Then God will be able to help you out of your situation wherever you may be. It could be something that's on you that you are dealing with, that God is trying to deliver you from. And if you can't say, this is my problem, this is my situation, I know where I am, God, I don't want to be here, help me, he'll help you. But if you keep denying where you are, you will not get help. The first way to be delivered, or the first way to get the first steps of getting help is stating what it is that you need help from, stating who you are, stating what your problem or your issue is. If you never do that, you will never get help. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it ain't going to the church. If it's just you want to get help with something outside of church. Yeah. Until you stay what it is, you won't get help. I hope this helps somebody today. I can't do nothing but be real, y'all. I am who I am, and I say whatever God give me. I am transparent, Tori, and I'm going to continue to be transparent because God has called me to be transparent. I would do what he had me to do. I would say what he had me to say. I would speak whatever it is he had me to speak. I would sing whatever tune he had me to sing. I'm not all that like I'm so holy. No, but I'm real, and I'm going to keep it real. I'm not phony. I don't act one way and act another way. I keep it real. All right? So, I always tell y'all though to live, love, laugh, and maximize your day. Bye.